Okay, all of my gluten-free and grain-free people. Today we're going to be making a gluten-free, grain-free pizza, and it's going to be delicious. Some of the things you need are 3 cups of mozzarella cheese, half a package of Philadelphia cream cheese. You need 4 eggs, and then 2/3 cup of coconut flour. We're gonna mix that all together for the crust, put it on some parchment paper, put it onto a pizza pan, and then bake it. And then we're going to top it off with our favorite pizza toppings and cheeses. It's going to be amazing. Okay, so I've added my 4 cups of mozzarella cheese. Each bag is 2 cups. So I added a bag and a half into this bowl. I cut half of my cube of cream cheese into cubes and put it in here. I'm gonna pop this in the microwave, melt it and stir it all together. In the meantime, I've cracked my 4 eggs into this little container. I'm gonna beat them. That way I can add them into my cream cheese and mozzarella mixture when it's done. So I microwaved this for 90 seconds. I'm gonna stir it, and then I'm gonna microwave it again for about another 30 to 60 seconds. And then I'm gonna stir it again. So this is out of the microwave. As you can see, it's already getting a little doughy. We're gonna add the egg and coconut flour to it and then mix it all together. All right, so adding my eggs. And the coconut flour. We're gonna mix this really well until a dough forms, and then we'll start kneading it with our hands. Okay, so hopefully you washed your hands. You can knead this with your hands. If it ever becomes too hard, just microwave it for like 15-second increments, and it will become nice and soft and doughy again. So the next thing I'm going to do is put this onto my parchment paper lined pizza pan and just kind of roll it out and make it into the pizza crust shape that I want. Okay, so I pretty much just plopped down the roll of dough, spread it out with my hands, and then created like a crust edge just by pinching along the outsides like this, and then just flattening it all out. I forgot to tell you that I did set the oven, or preheat the oven for 425 at the beginning of this. So, just so you know. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this fork, and I'm just gonna go through and poke holes all over. This is going to reduce the amount of bubbles that appear in the crust while it's baking. You're also going to do this again about halfway through baking. All right, I've poked holes all over the crust. I'm gonna put it in the oven for about 9 minutes. I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna poke more holes all over, and I'm gonna put it back in the oven for about another 5 minutes. Okay, so this just baked for 9 minutes. I'm gonna poke some more holes in it and probably put it back in for another 5 or 6 minutes until it turns like a nice golden brown color like it's starting to right here. Okay, so we have a finished pizza crust now. It's completely cooked. It looks nice and golden brown. Looks delicious. Now we're just going to put our pizza toppings on. All right, so I've added some pizza sauce. It doesn't take much. I'm just going to spread this around. Maybe a little bit more. I chose an organic sugar-free pizza sauce. That way we're not getting a bunch of added stuff in the sauce. Okay, now that that's spread around, I'm going to add a little bit of all 3 of these cheeses and top with pepperoni, and then I'll put it back in the oven for about 4 minutes just for the cheese to melt. All right, I've got all my cheeses and pepperoni on there. I am going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning just for fun. And now I'm going to put it back in the oven for about another 4 minutes or until the cheese is nice and melted. And there it is. It's done. Your grain-free, gluten-free, sugar-free pizza. So easy, so delicious, and good for you. Recipe will be posted in the comments. This is our last Fun Food Friday. Bye guys.